I've struggled with sleep paralysis for a few years now, but recently it started getting more intense. I've never seen anything, but it started with the feeling of a presence of something or someone in the room with me. The first time was terrifying because I had just finished a horror movie about possession, so I assumed that it fed with my head, instead of what normally happens, falling asleep and waking up into sleep paralysis. I immediately fell into sleep paralysis. I felt myself being dragged into paralysis and I tried to fight it, but I couldn't. I started hearing demonic voices telling me they were going to take over my body. Again, I had just finished a horror movie about possession. I was able to wake myself up, but I was terrified to go back to sleep. Another incident like this happened while napping midday. This time I woke up from a nap into paralysis. I felt something was walking towards me. I was on my bed. I then felt something sit on the bed next to me. I wanted to believe it was my mom or someone in the house with me, but she was not home. I then felt human fingers begin to graze my neck. I was able to grab the hand and hold it from touching me. I wasn't actually able to move. But the hand felt so real and the touching felt so real. I ended up waking myself up. My most recent experience, I was fantasizing like one does before falling asleep and fell into sleep paralysis immediately and felt the touch of a person again. I felt their hands touching my face and I actually let it kiss me. It was really freaky. After that, I was freaked out and had enough, so I attempted to wake up, which took a bit, but I managed to anyways. The weird thing is, I always know when I'm gonna have sleep paralysis, I just don't know when it's gonna hit. So I try to be careful about what I think about. I still can't comprehend how the touch feels so real it's terrifying. But I manage to keep calm when it happens.
Hello everyone. I wanted to make this post to get some opinions, or if anyone can relate to my sleep paralysis experiences. What I see or read online the most is when people are in a sleep paralysis state, they can't move, have muscle aches, have scary hallucinations, etc. My story is that mostly when I think I am in paralysis mode, I do tend to walk around the apartment, usually if I discover something unusual, like I have different clothes on. I realize this is not real, and I try not to panic and try to wake up. This can vary from time to time. Sometimes I wake up and I am in my room. I get scared because I can't move. But then I always tend to go to the light switch. I get out of bed and try to move there, but I feel very heavy, like gravitation is pulling me down. I try so hard to get to the light switch, it feels very real. But then I realize it is not. Then I can force to wake myself up and I am in my bed again. This dream also happens in random apartments, but it's usually scary and frightening. Maybe it's more of a lucid dream, because I get aware that it is not real. One time I fell asleep on my couch. I woke up and looked around. I saw like light gray smoke, like a ghost in the shape of my passed away cat. I thought he was visiting me. I realized it was not real. And I tried to wake up. My head, my body feels so exhausted and sleepy and tired in that state of I am trying to figure out if it is SP. Sometimes things like this happen. Getting thrown throughout the room. Getting like someone is spinning you, but you are laying in bed, but your body spinning on the spot really fast. I don't see or hear scary things like demons or other stuff people mentioned in their experiences. It happened maybe a very few times. The thing I can remember is when I was 16. I was alone. I went to bed. And the next thing I hear is like a IDK, how to say it, a breath. Like in scary movies, you can hear a ghost do the breath sound. So I peed my pants almost. My first instinct is always to go to the light switch. So I tried that. But like I mentioned, gravity is pulling me down. I got the point where I turned on the lights. I was panicking at that point and started crying. I ran to my sister's apartment, which was like 2 min away by foot. So I ran there and she went back with me. But I told her once and she doesn't remember it ever happened. So I was like, what the hell, did I all dream this? My sister is very good in remembering things.
I had the absolute worst dream ever. and feel the need to share it. I think I may have experienced sleep paralysis for the first time. If you don't do well with horror, just don't read, because I'm getting scared again just typing this out. In my dream, I was walking around in an old basement that had tunnels, and it felt like it was never ending. Not sure if you've heard about the underground tunnels in, I think, Paris, but that's what it reminded me of. Once I finally got out of the basement, I sat down on a couch in a living room. Not sure whose house this was, y'all know how random dreams are. And a lady with long hair wearing a nightgown starts sprinting towards me with their arms out and pushes me down, holding my shoulders down, and I found myself not being able to wake up or move. All I could do was cry and say, "Please stop." When I finally woke up, I was still crying and my chest and shoulders were hurting and felt so stiff. I have dreams quite often where I wake up crying, but it's rarely because of a scary dream or a dream where I feel like I can't move or wake up. Normally, my husband is there to wake me up from them and comfort me, but he was long gone at work when I finally woke up. If anyone here knows a thing or two about how dreams correlate to you personally or your life, let me know, so I can maybe prevent ever having a dream like that again.